Sports Radio 92.9 The Game. My name is W.A.N.E. Walker. 27th annual Metro PCS Corky Kell Classic. I'm here with Coach Shannon Jarvis of the Mill Creek Hawks. And Coach, good to see you again. I know you'd love to make it 4 wins in a row here at Corky Kell if you can get past a tough Raiders squad.
Yeah, we've got our hands full against Walton. They have tremendous talent coming back from last year. Coach Bruner and him had a great season last year. I tell you, breaking them down on film in this offseason, my appreciation and admiration for the program and their team just only grew. So after the scrimmage the other night, I saw that they're not much different than last year. So we've got a tremendous challenge. But when you're in the Corky Kell Classic, you're going to play the best teams in the state of Georgia. So we're going to prepare for Walton, but truthfully, we want to spend time making sure we're prepared. And we got to spend time making sure Mill Creek plays at its highest level. And that's really, the last 4 years in the Corky Kell, we have worked to do that. Our kids have responded well to it in the past, and even though we're going to have a slew of new starters and new players and players trying to make their mark, that's hopefully the staple of our program, that they'll show up and play well this Saturday.
And you just mentioned filling some spots. One of the big ones you had to fill from last season at the quarterback position. Who's going to win that race? Is it going to be senior Caden Cullen or sophomore TJ Patterson, or maybe someone else might emerge?
Yeah, honestly, it's Baxley Harris. We have a senior Baxley Harris who has won this quarterback spot, and he's probably the most improved quarterback I've had in the last 18 months to 2 years. And I know that's a big range of time there, but his spring practice and his summer and his preparation that he had and the improvements he's made, it's been tremendous. Not just in his size and his strength and physical attributes have improved, but his mental approach to it. And he's won the team over. He's a team captain right now, so that tells you how well he's done at our camps and 7-on-7s, and we're tremendously excited to have him on the field on Saturday.
Sports Radio 92.9 The Game here with Shannon Jarvis, head coach of the Mill Creek Hawks. Coach, 2017 didn't quite end the way you wanted to, losing in the second round of the playoffs to Archer, who ironically beat you guys earlier in the year also. What positives did you take from that loss that you hope to build on here today?
Well, in that game, our kids probably played one of the best games of the year. Now, Archer was a tremendous opponent, but we had a turnover in the end of the game. We had a couple of turnovers at the end when we were really trying to score, because we ended up getting beat 16-10, so we were trying to get that last touchdown, keep the PAT, and win the game. But I thought our offensive line played very well that night versus the first time we had played them. And as the coaches, I told them going into that game, we're going to see just how much improvement we've had this year. Well, the good thing is a lot of those linemen that were in that game are on our team this year. So we're hoping to have the retention of that. Our offensive line play has got to be well on Saturday, and so far they've proved to have a great offseason and being ready to take another step from that game. But if you ask for my impression from that game, it was that some of those young offensive linemen played much better, and we had a chance to win that game late in the fourth quarter. We didn't make the plays that we need to be, and that's obviously something we want to grow from and be able to do this year, make those plays.
And Coach Shannon, let's get into some specifics.
Yeah.
Why don't you highlight a couple of guys, both on offense and defense, who are really making an impact, an impression during the preseason?
Parker Roble on offense is going to be a multi-dimensional player. He'll line up both at running back, at slot receiver, as an outside receiver. Parker has tremendous athletic ability and speed. He played for us last year as a sophomore, but this year he's going to be a feature point of our offense. Our running backs, Chancellor Lee Parker, Josh Battle, and Chandler White, we feel like we have a lot more depth at running back than maybe we've had in the past to go behind the experience of our offensive line with Jonathan Leach and Ethan Marshall and Max Mixon being returning starters. And that, but with Baxley, we feel offensively, as long as we can improve each week, we're going to have production offensively. Defensively, Miles Jackson is a young man that started at the end for us last year. It's moved to Mike linebacker. He is going to be a heavily recruited young man. He's a junior, 6'3", 220-pound Mike linebacker. And then Brock Skinner is an outside backer that's shown tremendous speed and athleticism even for us last year. So he's a returning kid with a lot of experience. And then probably the key to our defense is our interior lineman, Austin Ruiz Velasquez. He was an all-region player for us. He's undersized, and I say that jokingly. He's 5'10", but he's 230, and I say undersized because he doesn't meet all the college measurements, but he may be one of the best high school defenders I've ever coached. He gets after it, relentless, and really defensively he sets the tone for us.
Coach Shannon Jarvis, Mill Creek Hawks, has been our very special guest. Coach, good luck the remainder of the season, and thank you so much for joining us here on Sports Radio 92.9 The Game.
Thank you.